Hi there, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be using the Brights Happy Planner sticker book to decorate my February currently. This first sticker, Good Things Are Coming, that's the jumping off point for me for this spread. I decided I didn't want to cover over any of the colors on the spread, but I wanted to work with what I had, which I don't always do. And this sticker is so sweet and totally matches both colors, so I thought it was the perfect one to use. I have two different washies I'm using in this spread. That first washi, I'm going to lay it down on the corner, and you'll see I'm going to tear this side of it. I like that torn edge sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I like that torn edge. And once I get that placed down, I'm actually going to snip off the edge, and to do that, I start first doing it right side up, but then I flip my page over because I find that it's easier to turn your page to this upside down when you're snipping off those edges so you can see where the tape actually is. Now I'm going to actually add a second piece of washi. I went back and forth on if I should add that washi directly across from where the other piece was, or if I should go ahead and put it just a little bit off the alignment. And ultimately I decided to push it up a little bit on the page, and once I get it placed down, you'll see how that looks. And I really thought it added a nice touch to the page. I'm going to go ahead and snip that one off as well, and then using these humongous scissors that I have, I'm going to attempt to cut the hole with those scissors. I've seen other planners do this. It probably would work a whole lot better with smaller scissors, but you got to work with what you have. So I carefully got that indentation part, and then the curved corner was a little bit more difficult for me. Tried to use my scissors, did the best I could, and then ultimately, you'll see, I give it a little pull with my finger because that's typically how I resolve things. Snip, snip. There we go. All right, next up, I get my second washi because I knew I wanted to use both colors. I had cheated a little bit and already picked out my stickers when I started recording this, so I knew what colors I was going to be using, and I knew that this washi matched perfectly. So I tried putting my washi with the white behind it, and then I tried raising it and having part of the blue from February behind it. And I find that you can really change the way the washi looks depending upon the background. In this instance, I decided to place it so it's about halfway on the February header and halfway not. And I just thought that looked really, really cool on this one. I had picked out these absolutely precious stickers from the Layered Boxes book. Something about these stickers just screamed February to me, other than the fact that obviously they're a heart and Valentine's Day is in February. I don't know if it was the cool colors and it, being winter, but I just thought that they really looked nice there. Now, I call this the currently page because that's what I hear it referred to as. I guess in the olden days, this actually used to say currently, but doesn't anymore. So what I've done is I actually go onto Pinterest and find some different prompts for each month. I have a board saved, and then each month I go in and I pick out which specific verbs I want to choose for that month's currently. I think I have 4 or 5 pins saved there. And then that way I can kind of pick what I think is going to be most relevant to that month, or what I want to help direct myself to do. So, for example, one of the ones I chose that you'll see in my After the Pen is I went ahead and picked a loving because I thought that was appropriate, a celebrating. I like to do celebrating. I feel like everything should be celebrated. A watching, an eating, a needing, and a listening to. So that's the 6 I ended up with. Now at this point you can see I'm flipping back and forth in my sticker book. I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep using the hearts or if I wanted to add in a different shape, because I had just the 4 hearts to use, and I knew I wanted to do at least 6 currently boxes. So I start out trying to put it over on the left, but then ultimately I decide that I want to place that sticker right there on the right and try to even it out a little bit. Nothing too scientific about it though. And then finally I go on in and add in that last heart sticker, trying to keep it aligned as best I could. The reason I ended up putting that square sticker on the right-hand side was I wanted the box to look like it was coming into the center. Next, I go into my All the Feels book, and you can see those adorable little bullet points up at the top corner. And I'm actually going to pull that and use that in my Focus On section. So each month, I try to pick 2 things that I'm going to really work to include that month in my daily habits. Typically, I use my my goals for the year to help me figure out what that should look like, but I don't always. Now you can see I got out my washi again, decided that I did want to add in just a small piece of washi. Had a heck of a time getting that roll going, but I ultimately did get it. And you can see I put just a small piece of decorative washi down at the bottom there, just to add a little something else. I'm one of those people where I feel like I'm always adding in stickers as the week goes on or the day goes on. Had a tough time with that corner there. It got a little bit twisty. All right. When I decide that I want to write words, sometimes I like to pencil them in first to ensure that my spacing and the letter form is what I want it to be. And so that's what you'll see me doing now. I'm writing the word currently straight down the middle of this page. After I write it in pencil, I typically go over it with one of my black pens. In this instance, I will be using my black Papermate Flair medium point. And then I'll go back and erase the pencil lines after the fact. Want to give it time to dry so that it doesn't smear. This brings us to the end of today's Plan With Me. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And remember to keep living your life creatively.